Hello, you beautiful water signs. What? All right, so I pulled your first set of oracles for this week, right? To see where your energy is. And it's really, really quite fascinating to me where you guys are, water signs, this week. It's crazy beautiful. I told you, water signs, you're so freaking beautiful if you just allow yourself to be. So first out, we have the sage, right? And this is being in your spiritual journey, how your spiritual journey is your third eye and your crown chakra, right? And all this grounding energy. And there's this like, it's like spirit's like pulling you in to journey here in this balance. See, it's like shaman healing energy to me. Just like kind of being pulled in to your energy, because then the next card is the oh, see, this is a beautiful card. I just kind of noticed all the energies in the background. See, I think that probably is why the sage energy is like pulling you in, right? Pulling you in to see your emotions, to let them flow, right? Equally giving and receiving in your truth amongst the collectives, right? Right. Because then you have the Pook energy, right? And so water signs, this is you being pulled again into alignment of your truth and getting out, just kind of lighting up that dark night of the soul that you guys seem to keep swaying in off and on, back in that energy. So that's exactly why I feel, because it's underneath the sage card. See, and that's exactly why I feel like it's you know, it's spirit calling you in, right, to answer the call, to step into truth, to get out of shadow side, right, to step into journey. Because then we have the collective of pixies next, right? So this is you being pulled in from the sage into journey and trying to get out of dark night of the soul, right? And these are like little mischievous little energies here, little fairies that cause mischief, right? And they just kind of have fun and live free and just kind of wing shit, right? Little mischievous fairies here, getting out of dark night of the soul, right? You need to be able to put out in order to get back. Because once you do that, water signs, that leaves you still sitting in truth, right? But being in a grounding energy and looking out to see, right? It's like now you're standing in truth and you're grounding those energies because you're coming out of dark night of the soul, and here you are now looking out, right? It's like what? So she's looking out at solace here, and again, there's that energy of being pulled into alignment, right? Chasing fires, passions, and desires, and balancing out your energy. Yeah. See, it's the eyes, man. These eyes just, it's his eyes, man. They're the most crystal blue eyes I've ever seen. They're so pretty. See, there's so much healing in these eyes. See, and that's why I feel like that's what it is. See, because the sage's eyes, the sage only has one eye, right? But it's blue, right? See, it's using third eye chakra, water signs. Okay. Right, so again, this is learning how to pull that root chakra up, right? So you can start standing in truth, right? Pulling that energy in and up, because then we have she of the Kruak, right? And again, this is your truth being pulled in, and it's got the green and the spirit, right? The alignment of your truth, right? It's aligning your throat and your heart chakra, your root chakra, your sacral, your solar, for masculine, feminine energies, right? Coming into one's self, right? That's why it's she, right? Coming into heart chakra energy, because then you have luminous gloom here, right? And it's like, again, there's that feeling of, right, being so wishy-washy in your emotions, right? And it's like one, yeah, see, it's like 1 minute see, and I keep stopping myself. This is what I feel. This is how it is with the water signs. It's like 1 minute, you guys are good, and the next minute you're like second guessing yourself, right? It's so frustrating, that energy. So it's learning again how to ground that. See, because again, you have the guardian at the gate, right? It's like your ancestors are like pulling all this energy from you water signs through this little bitty, so you're so big, right? It's like all this information in your spiritual journey, right? And it's like just being sucked through this tube, and it's like very difficult and uncomfortable for you in this energy. But once you make that transformation, once spirit is done with you and pulls you through, and then you're in spiritual journey, you're in alignment, you're in truth, you're in heart chakra energy, right? Then you have see, it's about that, see, at third eye chakra too. But the glance, I don't even know the alignment, right? This is like, there's that root chakra energy from Solace, right here, right, that was pulling you, right, for spirit, trying to pull all this energy and wisdom from the sage through this little chute, right? It's that crown and that third eye chakra, because then it's like right, you're like, hey, so what's up, right? And there's that, you find it, right? It's finally being in surrender, I guess is how I look at it, with this energy, finally being in surrender, because you understand the call that you're supposed to be answering, right? Because the sage is pulling you in, and that's exactly how it looks to me. That's how I feel. It's like all this big energy, water signs, trying to come together through this little tube, right? So you can get connected to spiritual journey, right? Into alignment, to harvest, right? To ground this energy, because you're just being pulled, like by this string. It's like by this string, they're like, it's time to answer the call, water signs, right? Right. Okay, so let's see what else we can find out for this week, right? Because it is all about stepping into truth so you can manifest, right? And then looking with Laponia's daughter here, right? Out to see what the world is trying to show you, right? Being grounded. What are the messages, the omens that are coming through? What are you to be seeking now that you are being, yeah, see, there's that childlike expression. This one makes me giggle. I don't understand. Earth signs had this one too, when I just felt like like a kid at Christmas, right? Just giddy, giggly. It's like butterflies in my stomach, right? It's like starting over with brand new emotions in abundance, right? And I think that's why it's so intense for you water signs. And that's why you need to balance that out with those childlike expressions, right? Having fun, learning how to laugh at yourself going through this transformation, this energy. It is a hard energy. You guys are so big. You're being pulled by the sage's energy through this little tube, right? See, and it's like going through purification with the stars, right? Connecting with the cosmos. They're really trying to pull you through there so you can get into heart chakra, right? Because then that's listening, that's going through your spiritual journey. It's putting you in balance as the sage, right? The seer. All right, so now we have, so again, water signs, be childlike this week, right? Really get back into the flow of putting out the good goods, right? Right, embracing your higher self, embracing who you are, friendships, right? Really just getting down to surrender, right? Surrendering who you are, right? Because that's that good. See, and in that card, I feel like going, aw, like, oh, right? Those hugs, that tender hug, that it's like emotional support, and that's beautiful. Oh, oh. Right? It's like, you know, when you fall down and get a boo-boo for a kid and they cry and it takes, you know, mom or dad or grandma or grandpa to kiss the boo-boo, right? Make them feel better, right? That's kind of the energy I'm feeling in that energy right now. See, there's the insight. This is the sage. See? See? Right there. That's why it feels so intense. Right? So intense, stepping into truth, right? Right? Because there's no hiding from the sage. It's coming whether you want it or not, water signs. That's the this is destined, right? It's part of your abundance. You have to be bold enough to take journey. Right. Right, and keeping yourself in harmony. See, and this is what it looks like with me outside today, right? Keeping yourself in balance of all of your energies, right? Keeping yourself grounded. Keeping solar chakra energy in balance, right? Right, seeing the abundance and the changing of the seasons, right? It's like everything changes, right? So you got to get used to this pull. You're being called, water signs, to step into journey as a collective, yeah, as a warrior, as an empress, as a goddess, as a king, as a queen, right? It's uniting with masculine and feminine energies. Because that's what keeps the balance, the harmony flowing, right? Because we all individually have a job to do. Your guys is to be in heart chakra energy, right? Keep the love flowing. Then we have the air signs, who are our truth, and then we have the pentacles, my energy, which is the ones that are in tune to nature, keeping us grounded, right? The Hierophant energy, teaching masculine, feminine energies how to equally give and receive with the universe, right? And then we have the fire signs, which are teaching us to chase our fires, our passions, and our desires, right? Putting that at the forefront of our energy. All right, so then anything else for the water signs before we clarify here? Wow, what a massive reading, water signs, I told you. Oh, yeah. Knew it. Knew it. Right, see, and again, it's making that Knight of Pentacles movement. It's been a slow, steady process for you, but again, Spirit's just kind of plucking you out and shoving all this huge energy that you carry around and putting it through this little hole of sage energy of knowing, right? So this is that forward movement, the abundance, the capacity to love. That's part of the abundance, the harmony, right? Is opening that heart chakra, equally giving and receiving. In the energy, right? Because that's using your third eye, your insight, because you're in truth for your abundance, with the embrace, right? I love hugs, so I understand that. Yeah. All right, so then we have the overall, see, guidance. That's exactly the sage energy, and that's exactly the guardian at the gate. See, they've been waiting. They're calling you guys in, water signs, right? Your ancestors. This is massive ancestral downloads, visions, wisdom, right? Opening, understanding who you are, giving and receiving with the collectives, right? That's why you have to have childlike expressions while going through this, because this is a son of a bitch, for real, for real. I totally get it, because I'm going through it too, so I understand this energy, right? But we are getting the guidance that we are seeking from our ancestors in this journey, right? Through cultivation, right? Through music, through keeping ourselves grounded, chasing fires, passions, and desires, right? Making the forward movement we need because we are listening to our guides. Woo, amen. See, water signs. All right, so let's find out. Shit. Well, okay. We got our story here right away. And then I guess, okay, so then the overall ending energy here is the temperance, right? Learning to balance out these emotions while you're making those steps, that forward movement, right? Getting the information that you're seeking about this journey. Right, because you've had your heart chakra blocked, right? So you've been in a lot of volatile energy, which makes sense, boo-boos, because you've been in dark night of the soul. It sucks, for real, for real. I'll pull you down a rope. Here you go. Let's pull back up and let's get our shit together, because it's about being in heart chakra energy. That's why you have the capacity to love, and that's what spirit is pulling you into that information for. Right, with the Queen of Wands energy, right, to chase your fires, your passions, and your desires, right? So that's a lot of like passion, see, and it just, to me, it's like fire, passion, desire, to move forward in heart chakra energy, because you've been blocked for so long. Oh, that's probably the embrace, that hug. That's probably why I felt so emotional. Oh, water signs, I love you guys, for real, for real. Like, no doubt about it. Right. Okay, so now we have the Queen of Wands energy, and then we have the Nine of Wands, right? You're getting ready to spin the wheel, but again, make sure that you are manifesting in spiritual journey, boo-boos. Don't be manifesting shitty shit, because that's why we keep repeating the same karmic cycles and patterns that we're starting to notice, right? So you're getting ready to, yes, but again, it's because you're being pulled in that energy, so be careful with that volatile energy, because that's the first three cards that came out. So there's that childlike expressions. You need to get back to laughter, right? See, because that's the abundance. See, and that's so funny, because this is my face. But it's the Taurus moon, right? And spiritual journey that's bringing you the abundance. That's why that's what spirit's pulling you in for, with the sage energy and the guardians at the gate, because they're pulling you in, right? It's like once you start, there's no stopping this journey. It's like in that song I shared today, I want to give up, or I want to quit, and they're like, we can't, right? Because now we're all on path. That's part of your abundance. It's written in the stars. At this time, at this place, right? Here's the Taurus moon. It's going to come and it's going to shake everything up. And so spirit's like, we're done waiting on you. Now they're just starting to pull you into it. So again, being able to ground yourself so you can chase your abundance, right? Amen. Oh, I just got the goosies, boo-boos. right? Because then we have, see, and I just said, keep yourself grounded, right? There's the King of Pentacles energy. This is equally nurturing, right? Being good to yourself and putting out the good goods so the good goods come back, right? King of Pentacles is somebody who's naturally stable, abundant, giving, receiving, very logical, stable, good with money, right? A budgeter, right? Right. So there's that balance of learning how to go through and chase your abundance, right? Right. 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 And make forward movement. See, in your truth with your Knight of Swords here, being in your truth. See, the sun is shining down, and that's probably why we had 55-degree weather today. It's so beautiful here. 5 and 5 is 10, and that's closing out a cycle. And now we have, oh, see, in the air, just it's like a kiss from the wind. How awesome. Yeah. So I get it, right? So this is chasing your abundance. So learning how to be in heart chakra energy, because now you're in alignment of your truth, and that's exactly what you had the Pook here for, starting out in this energy, right? Because you want wish granted, right? So keeping yourself grounded, because you have to be in truth in order to get wish granted and manifest, right? Manifest with spirit, your ancestors, your angels, your guides in the universe. Bam. Right. So you got to be in balance of all of your emotions, and also being able to self-fulfill. So the universe will come in and fill your cup, so then you can now balance and fill everybody else's cup. See? Yeah. Beautiful water signs, because now we're in that hanged man position. See, in that hanged man position is where you water signs have been for quite some time, in and out of this dark night of the soul. It's like you go so far and then you stop, and then you go so far, right? It's like been this constant ongoing energy of going back and forth. I feel like I'm on, like I don't swim or do boats. I'm an earth energy, right? But I feel like I'm on a boat, like just losing my leverage, and I have to balance in this, because it's like between heart and head, right? See, and that's exactly what you were doing. Yeah, see, stepping into truth. You're trying to get your balance to step into truth. Right. Get out of here. Okay. Right. Because you have to cut the ties that bind any addictions or volatile energy. Because if you're putting out the shit, right, which is you were getting ready to spin the wheel up here, but your heart is locked, which means you're not putting any kind of emotional energy into a decision before you spin the wheel. So back it up there, water signs. You better make sure that you're setting good intentions before you set out on this journey and spin the wheel, because what you're manifesting today is what your future is going to be, right? So again, it's manifesting the good goods, cutting all the devil behavior, right? Any addictions, any burdens that have been keeping you from moving forward. 2255, amen. 5 and 5, see, 10, 55 degrees today. 5 and 5 is 10. 22, 2 and 2 is 4, right? Connections. Right. So then you have the 7 of Cups with the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, right? So again, see, here's that capacity to love, because you kept yourself in harmony and balance and stepped into truth of what you wanted. She, right? This is she, right? Right, of your emotions, and that's what did it for you with the 7 of Cups, right? Because you were plugged in to each emotion. See, each emotion has a vibration, and if that's what you're putting out, see, and up here, see, that's why Spirit's pulling you in with that sage energy too, that wisdom, because these are the biggest frequencies. This is what's next. That's the only thing that you have to work on now, is learning how to manifest equally giving and receiving in that heart chakra energy, because that's exactly what it takes, right? I mean, now you're balanced between your heart and your emotions here with the King and the Queen of Water, right? Right. Right, this King of Water, he cracks me up. I love this King of Water. He all like, hey, boo-boo. Hey. Playing in the water over here. See, and then now we have the Queen of Cups, right? Queen of Cups energy, balance in that heart chakra energy of your emotions, right? Birthing your abundance, and that's keeping yourself grounded. See, it's being in both emotions and just following. Just knowing where your path is going to lead, right? Because that's the melding of masculine, feminine energies. See, when I get that melding of masculine, feminine energies, it's so crazy to me because my ears just ring and ring. It's like, I can't even describe it. So it's a melding of masculine, feminine energies this week. Learning how to be in your heart chakra energy, water signs. How beautiful, because you are getting the guidance that you need from your ancestors, your angels, right? So it's learning how to balance. See, there's balancing out your emotions, right? You have to make the forward movement in order to get what you want in this deal, because it's got to be in heart chakra, right? See, and there's the Nine of Pentacles. Again, it's like everything is connected, water signs. Your abundance, your spiritual journey, right? To me, this is like collectives. This is all like collective energies, right? Everything is all entwined into one. That's why you have to balance out your emotions, and that's why you have to put out so you can get back. Oh, and there goes another feather. Like these feathers, it's white feathers. White feathers are just... This is crazy to me. It's so... See, there's that guidance in the spiritual journey from your ancestors, because it's a white feather, you guys. White feather. See, and now the leaves are starting to fall, and they just fell right in front of the window, which is, again, that's how I see it. See, those are the messages that you're supposed to be looking for. The white feathers are your spiritual journey and getting the information that you need from your ancestors, right? This is that ancestral, right? And then the leaves, see, there it is. It's like just hanging out above my window. Well, now it just flew up and over. Right. And see, and the leaves were flying everywhere, and this is exactly it. It's because you're in harmony. So you guys are exactly where you need to be. Oh my God. So much peace, so much love, water signs. 2718, we're going to air 2719, 2721. I can't do it anymore. The numbers are just crazy. So look up your angel numbers. You guys are exactly where you need to be. I love this so much. So much peace and so much love. I will see you guys next week.